Hi everyone, my name is Kenzie and today I'm going to be talking to you about my small business journey in hopes to either help or inspire your own journey. All right, I'm going to take you back to the summer of 2020. I had a newborn baby. She was a couple months old. My son had just turned 2, and I just started painting with watercolor. I was spending my evenings dabbling, painting, and I painted my sister-in-law some floral piece that I gifted her at her baby shower. So other people were there, they saw my painting, and I was surprised by their reaction. People were saying they love my work. Some people said that they'd gone to art school and they couldn't believe that I had just painted, and they suggested that I start selling my work. I didn't sell anything then. I just kept practicing. I fell in love with this fellow YouTube lady that I was basically copying everything she was doing, learning from her. Fast forward to December of 2020, I opened my Etsy. In that same day, I got my first sale. A couple days later, I got my second sale just before Christmas, and I was on top of the world. I thought it was like divine intervention that I needed to sell my artwork. So 2021 happened, my Instagram was open, I was starting to sell to a bunch of friends and family. I was also following a bunch of people I didn't know, hoping that they would follow me back, and then I was starting to get sales that way, which was really cool. I was reaching out to influencers, hoping, if I sent them artwork for free, they would post and promote, which I did. I was just trying everything. I was spending hours on YouTube, listening to entrepreneur books, just trying to figure out how to grow this business from nothing. Decided to go to local markets. I heard someone talk about grassroots, so I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's try the grassroots technique. I'll do the markets, and I loved it. I love going to markets. People were seeing my artwork and they're like, how do you do it? I'd love to learn. And it honestly sparked an idea in my head of there's so many people telling me they loved my paintings. Maybe I could teach some people. So I knew that I was going to go ahead with the workshops. Despite what anybody else was telling me, the noise in the background, people were saying it wasn't a good idea. I was going to do it. I knew I was going to make it work. But there were two things that I knew for sure were going to be really hard for me to overcome. And that was the confidence to teach adults. I taught as a preschool teacher for years, so I kind of knew how it worked with kids, but not adults. The second thing that I knew was I didn't want to go in debt. I didn't want to invest all of this money, and I knew whatever I put into the business, I was going to make it back. Even if I didn't profit, I was making it back. So I made a plan. I got my girlfriends together, I made them sit down, and I taught them my lesson. They gave me feedback. I worked out all the kinks. I bought the supplies. I price hunted like crazy to get the best affordable deals, and I started reaching out to people. So I already knew that I was not going to be able to sell out my classes just on my own platform on Instagram alone. I didn't have that many followers, so I knew that I had to rely on other people. So when I was looking at venues, I was looking at people's Instagrams. I was looking at these restaurants, how many followers they had. I was looking at their engagement. Now I'm at the point where I'm booking my workshops, and I was relying on these two things: the venues, marketing skills, I guess three things: the venue and my marketing skills with promoting online as well. So I was doing a lot of my own promoting on different social media channels. I was also going to my markets. My market promoting was huge when I was first starting out, and I did markets everywhere. If someone reached out to me, I was booking, I was going. And I did really well at some markets, and I did horrible at some markets. And I also learned that if I lived here and I go to a market that's like 40 minutes away, I'm booking out clients that are 40 minutes away. I don't want to be driving 40 minutes to. I soon learned that, okay, my max of where I want to travel, let's just say 20 kilometers from my house, well, I'm only going to do local markets. So then I started doing local markets, and I started figuring out, okay, who's going here, who's buying my products, who's interested in my products. And I've now narrowed down my markets where I only have a handful of markets that I will now do, and I will only do them a specific time of year. So that was one huge aspect of my business. So now I'm at a point where I'm selling out my workshops, or I'm always meeting my minimum requirement. I'm trying to focus on retaining, having repeat customers. I figured out a platform that I would be using to collect not only the sales, but people's email addresses as well. I've also, throughout my markets and on social media, I've been trying to grab emails. So now I'm at the point, it's now 2025. I'm still doing my markets. I'm still looking at people's social medias when I'm booking their venues. I now have my favorite venues that I go to that for the most part, we always do well with our sales. I'm also now collecting email addresses. Every month, send out a newsletter of these are the events I'm doing that month. And people are, not only am I now email marketing people and I'm getting sales, I'm also promoting on Instagram. I'm still collaborating. And now it's word of mouth. I'm having a lot of referrals from people already coming to my events, have already booked me from parties. And now I'm at a point in 2025 where I have contracts with municipalities, repeat customers, a list of places that I will do my workshops. And it's been really awesome. I also have 2 people working alongside of me. So it's been really cool for the past 2 years that I've been able to have no idea how to teach workshops. And I'm asking my girlfriends for help to now kind of having a business strategy that's working for me. And now that's not saying everything has been sunshine and rainbows and every event selling out and all the things. There's still some events that takes me back to the drawing board. What did I do wrong? I have to reevaluate the venue. Are my costs too high? Is it just too expensive for the area? Do I have too many events that month that I'm booking so I'm in competition with myself? Are these venues also booking other companies? So am I in competition with other people doing other things like cookie decorating or plant potting or stuff like that? Like, who is my competition with the venue or even in that area? Who's doing what? I'm also very aware of the time of year now that I've been doing it for a couple of years. I know the times where I'm going to be the busiest, so I'm going to be booking lots of events. I also know the time of year now when it's going to be slow, so I really don't plan much. So I have to consider, what about the painting? Is my painting good enough where people want to paint that picture? Also have been considering, okay, how is my flyer? Do I need to change my flyer? Is my marketing really crappy? Stuff like that. So I'm always trying to figure out a way to fine tune what I've been working with, because again, I don't have any marketing background at all. I've just been trying to throw stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And I'm all cozy in my blanket for the conclusion of this video. If there's anything that you take away from this video, is didn't start selling thousands of tickets and making thousands of dollars right off the bat. It was a slow burn. It started with me just gifting something at a baby shower, to selling a couple things on Etsy, to selling on Instagram, and now being able to do what I'm doing right now. And I remember when I was going through the research phase and feeling like I need to have email figured out, I need to have my flyers perfect, this. It takes time, it takes failing and then figuring it out. Just be patient with yourself, have fun with this. All that being said, it has led me to this moment right here where I'm talking to you on YouTube. I got 3 young kids at home. A lot of these workshops are evenings, they're on weekends, and it's just not something that I want to continue giving so much of my time to. I also want to help so many more people that I can't do locally. So here I am. I'm going to be posting more on YouTube. My new goal is to hopefully grow this platform, help so many more people out, and also be able to stay home with my family and kids a little bit more. So if you're starting a new business and you want to figure out the kinks of it, follow along. I'm going to be posting my YouTube journey and the things that I'm learning and figuring out as I grow. Or if you've been to one of my workshops before and you're just here for the watercolor, definitely like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot of pretty content coming up. I want to thank everybody for watching this video or for following along this journey. I'm very excited to see what this next chapter brings to Allure Designs.